All right, shalom, shalom. This is Arakar Reuben coming out of Lions Den of Yasharala camp. First and foremost, I want to give all praises to the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son in the proper names in the Hebrew tongue. All right, Ka, Halayim, La, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Ha, Rakah, Kwadash, Ma'amath. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, also to my elders as well. In the Lions Den camp, here on one. Salutations to all the Akim around the four corners of the earth, Pistons, truth, sincerity. Today I have a lesson, Lord willing, is edifying to the hopefully elect, and also the men, women, and children that believe in sincerity as well, man. And with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and jump straight into it. And what we see here on the screen is just a screenshot from an article that I had got earlier, all right? It says, update Russian fleet of warships are headed to Havana to conduct war games in the Caribbean. Port calls across South America as Russia moves into the Western Hemisphere. All right. So, man. Hey, as you can see, all right. Hey, tensions with this World War III, all right, getting higher and higher day by day in and day out, man. So, with that being said, the first precept I want to grab is Jeremiah chapter 50. And I'm gonna start at verse 22. It says, "A sound of battle is in the land and of great destruction." All right. What's that sound of battle? That sound of battle is those war drums constantly beating, getting louder and louder. Why? Because it's getting louder, because it's getting closer, all right, to that day, to that time, all right. Well, that time of destruction is going to come. This talked about is World War III, man, as it talked about in, let's go ahead and go to it real quick. Revelation chapter 11 and let's start at 10, 9, and 12. All right, when it says one war was past, and behold, there come two woes more hereafter. All right, so that first world war has passed, and that second world war has passed. That first destruction, that second destruction has passed. All right, but guess what? That third one has to come. Here it says, here go two more hereafter. All right, so two more have to come after that first. All right, one already came, and we're in the process of this third one coming to pass too as well, man. All right. So going over to Revelation 11 and 14, all right, it states that the second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly, all right. So those war drums, all right, is getting louder and louder, all right, because you hear it getting closer and closer, man. All right, why? Because as they're beating those drums, not slack you. Theoretically speaking, as they get closer and closer, they get louder and louder. So you see, all right, different things going up on the masses, all right. And this is just retaliation from Ukraine, using those missiles that were given to them from the U.S., man, and them using those missiles on Russia, all right. Those missiles hit Russian soil, so therefore this is in retaliation to those missiles, all right, being launched onto Russian soil, man, all right. So with that being said, hey, as you can see here, all right, this is why we're in the war games, all right. All right, it's war games right now. Those tensions are getting higher and higher, all right. It's still things that have to come to pass, all right. Hey, that might be has to be pushed. That hour of temptation has to come to pass. That hour of temptation has to come upon the whole world, man. All right, and that's in the air too as well, man. And that's part of those war drums too as well. Because once that happens, once that come to pass. Hey, it's no telling, man. Hey, shit, those missiles can drop the next day, the next second, the next hour. Who knows, man? Only the Father Yahweh knows that time. Only the Father Yahweh knows that day, that hour, that second, that minute when that day of destruction is gonna come, man. That's why we have to constantly be watching. That's why we have to constantly be doing the things that are pleasing to the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, man. All right. So, man, Russian fleet of warships are headed to Havana to conduct war games in the Caribbean. All right, it was a few years ago, well, I want to say Russia, back in 2020, where they reopened up their military bases in Cuba, man. So hey, that's those war drums getting louder from back then, man. Hey, why? Because it's getting closer and closer, man, to that said day of America being utterly destroyed, man, which is going to come to. All right. Slack in 1 second. So, man, and all in all, we just have to know that, hey, man, it's a domino effect. All right, that last domino won't be able to fall until the dominoes before that fall before it to knock it down, man. That's the way that the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushai works, man. You know. All right. So, hey, that hour of temptation has to come to pass, man. Henceforth, it's just going to be continual. Oh, they won't let me grab it. They won't let me grab it. Come here. It's just going to be continual war games, man. All right. And then, hey, once that might be is passed, hey, that's going to escalate from war games, all right, to a hot war, man. All right, to the climax of World War III, all right, which is going to be those missiles being shot off, those warheads being shot off over here to America, Babylon, known in the scriptures, all right, destroying this place utterly, man. So that's why the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushai in the book of 2nd Ezra chapter 9, he told us to measure the time diligently within itself. Within itself. That way we'll know what's going on. That way we'll know what times we're in, man. We're in the time of war right now. That's the time we're in. All right. The doomsday clock is closer to doomsday than ever before. You know, you see the tensions. All right, Vladimir Putin. Hey, he's not backing down. He's standing firm on his word, man. Hey, that's the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahweh putting those hooks into his jaws. All right, bringing him back into that old Soviet Union power, man. You know, them being that bear, which means enough. All right, they're gonna be enough. All right, and if you have sufficient enough, you know that you're not gonna back down. Why? Because you know you have enough power in order to get through and make it through what you're trying to get through or get to. You know, that's why, hey, you got to count the cost, man. Slack, you got to count the cost to see if you have sufficient enough to go to war with your opponent, man. So therefore, as it states in the book of Matthews, if you don't have sufficient enough to build this tower, they're going to sit back and scorn and laugh at you, man. So therefore, that's why Russia is enough. That's why they're that bear. They have enough. They have enough to go to war with their opponent, man. They done sat down and strategically mapped it out. You know, they have military might on all standpoints. All right, air, sea, and land, man. They have missiles for all that. They have the Poseidon, all right, far as the sea, all right, which is a torpedo that can't be detected by U.S. submarines, as they say, all right. You know, hey, which it goes hand in hand. Hey, that's the working power of the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Why? Because he said he created the smith that bloweth the coals, man. So it's the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushai that's giving them this knowledge and wisdom and understanding to be able to make these different missiles, torpedoes, well, all in all these different instruments, weapons of destruction, man. All right. So by land they got what is it called? Anyway, as far as by land, I forget the name of the missile, not the missile, but well, yeah, there you go. The Sarmat, the Satan 1, Satan 2 that can be launched from ground. All right. And then you also they also have missiles that can be launched from water too as well, man. All right. Then you got the Avant-Garde. And then they also have they're trying to weaponize space too as well, man. All right. So with that being said, you have the Avant-Garde, which is for the air. All right. Hey, that can fly indefinitely. All right. Once that's launched, it can fly indefinitely. All right. It can fly until commanded to hit its target. All right. So, hey, man, hey, that's the power and work of the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, man. All right. So, hey, with that being said, hey, what can you do against that, man? As far as us, all right, being one of the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai's people, man, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, all right? Where do you stand in this point? What can you do to get out of that? Nothing, man, because it's prophesied for 200 million missiles to hit this place called America, according to Revelation 9 and 16, all right? The number of the army of the horsemen were 200,000. So, therefore, hey, where do you stand in where do you see yourself when that time comes? How do you plan on getting out of that? Why? Because it's only one way out of destruction. It's only one way of salvation, and that's paved through the way of the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, man. You know, because the war games are getting hotter and hotter, getting closer and closer. All right, that sound of battle in the land is getting closer and closer, man. All right. Henceforth, a sound of battle is in the land. A sound of battle is going to be in this land called Babylon, man, also known as America. Why? Because, hey, they're bringing that battlefront, that war front over here to this place, man. You know? All right. Something they never seen before. All right. Hey, hence is going to be a part of Jacob's trouble. All right. Jeremiah 30 and 7, Daniel 12 and 1. Alas, for that time is great. It should be like none other. All right. So, hey, with that being said, hey, it's going to be all hell broken loose out here, man. Come on. Yeah, all hell is gonna be broken loose out there, man. And hey, you got to be on the side of the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, because if you're not, your ass is gonna be destroyed, man. So therefore, if you don't have that mark, that Tawah that's talked about in Ezekiel chapter 9, verse 4, to be exempt from judgment, and you're gonna be number two. You're gonna be number two the judgment, stuck in the judgment, man. All right, why? Because you don't have that branding, spiritual branding of the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, man. All right, so therefore you'd be caught up in the destruction of this place. You have the branding of America. All right, that's why the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai is separating the sheep from the goats. Sheep on to the right, goats on to the left, man. All right. So therefore, hey, you want to be one of those sheep, part of the flock of the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. If not, you're getting your ass roasted. Shalakia, this is kind of like an impromptu. All right. Matter of fact, yeah, this second Ezra chapter 9, I'm gonna start at verse 1, man. Because once again, that's why we have to measure the times diligently within itself, man. You know, a lot of people, it's a good thing to be hyped too as well. It's a great thing, all right. But all in all, man, shit, we gotta wait for that Mach B to come, you know. It's June. Ain't no Mark. Almost got me. Hey, it's June, you know, as people were scoffing back then and so forth. A few years ago, Nate the Snake of IUIC, it's June, ain't no micro. I almost said it again. It will doc my video. All right. So, hey, man, it's June again, about 6, 7 years later, 8 years later, man. And they got plenty of them, you know, different versions of them. All right. You got a couple states over here in America where it's mandatory for certain companies for their employees to have that CHIP, man. All right. First and foremost, in Wisconsin, you have a company. All right. And also in Alabama, you have a company. All right. So with that being said, man, it's here. It's just not on the masses right now, man. That's why that hour of temptation has to be brought upon the whole world, all right? That's why it says he calls of all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead, man. You got shoes. Shalaki. So once that hour of temptation is brought upon the whole world, man, that's when that destruction is going to come right afterwards, man. Not saying literally right afterwards, but right afterwards, man. It could be right after. We don't know that day, nor that hour, nor that second, man. But it's coming, you know. Why? Because that's one of the main prophecies that has to come to pass, all right, before that said destruction comes to this place called America, also known as Babylon within the scriptures. All right. Con, Salaki. This is second Ezra chapter 9. I'm gonna start at verse 1. It says, he answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently within itself, and when thou seest part of these signs pass, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. All right, so us saying these things, all right, we know that it's the same things that the Lord Yahweh Shai told us about beforehand, man. As scripture say, the spirit of the prophets is subject unto the prophet. So he told us beforehand back then, all right? So therefore, we seeing it come into fruition in today's time, what he told us back then. All right, knowing and witnessing the power of the spirit of the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, all right, literally the power of prophecy, which means to say before. He told us over 2,000 years ago, and we're seeing it come into fruition today. All right. So, with that being said, so we seeing these things, the earthquakes, uproars of the people, earthquakes in diverse places, wars, rumors of wars. You know, there's no more rumors going on. We're at war, all right. But it's not going to come into utter destruction, to a standstill until that might be is pushed, that our temptation is brought upon the world, man. So we're seeing these things come to pass. But guess what, man, that's why he said his words should not return unto him void. So the things that the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai have said, all right, they have to be established. They have to come to pass, man. It's not going to skip nothing, all right. Verse 3 of 2nd Ezra chapter 9, it says, therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. So the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahweh told us about these things beforehand, even from the beginning. This is already established, all right, at the beginning, all right? So that's why you always got to constantly think about the end at the beginning of something. That's how you count the cost. See, if you have efficient enough to be able to finish something, man, you got to think about the end before you even start, all right? Why? Because you got to think about how you're going to get here, how you're going to get there, how you're going to maneuver through this, how you're going to get this way, how you're going to get over this obstacle, how you're going to get under this obstacle, whatever the case may be, man. Whatever the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahweh put in front of you, all right, he's not going to put anything in front of you that you won't be able to handle. So therefore, he's putting it in front of you, all right, to build character, to build purpose, to build strength, all right? And if you feel like you can't get through it, that's why he provided a way of succor, all right, in order to get out of it. That's why Romans 10:13, for whosoever call upon the name of the Lord shall be saved, man. That's why salvation is within his name. All right. Same thing what Paul and Silas said to the guard that was in the prison when the earthquake came, and when he asked, "Sirs, what must I do to be saved?" And what must me do is call upon the name of the Lord, as Paul said unto him. All right. And that's the same way to get out of this set destruction that's to come. Those 200 million nuclear warheads that's going to be shot over here to this place, man. The only way to get out of that is to call upon the name of the Lord, all right? That way that divine intervention can intervene and remove us from this set destruction that's to come, all right? Why? Because we won't be able to do it on our own, okay? And also, hey, just going to loop it back in, hey, the only way, hey, just by calling upon the name of the Lord doesn't get you a salvation. You have to have everything that follows up under that umbrella too as well, man. You know, teaching the true doctrine, all right? Getting out here teaching with sincerity, all right? No malice or hatred or anything like that in your heart and your love, you know? All right? Doing it wholeheartedly for the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. All right. Why? Because also we're going to be justified in our saying. So the things that come out of our mouth, all right, is the things that we're going to be judged by, man. All right. So therefore, that's why we give this warning before destruction, all right, so the people can turn back and repent to the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. Hence, the word repent means to turn back. Hey, if you was in the world calling on Jesus, then you quote unquote getting the truth and still call on him. Job 9:24, hey, the earth is given to the hands of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof, man. Y'all think they just stopped with the color of the Lord? Shit, they took the name too as well, man. All right. So come, man. If you're not out here teaching about the might be, all right, your ass is gonna be destroyed too as well, man. Which is, you know, hey, those in the know. All right, hey, if you're not out here teaching about it, hey, how can you give that warning before destruction? So when that destruction is presented in front of people, they won't know that it's actual destruction. They'll be taking it open-handedly, all right? Why? Because they don't know what it is. They didn't receive warning for it, man. So therefore, you was giving an improper sound, all right? And I'm going to just go ahead and grab Revelation 13 and 16 real quick. I'm going to go and wrap it up with that, all right? Because before these missiles drop, all right? Matter of fact, let's grab that too, Revelation 9 and 16. All right, 9 to 16, it says, and the number of the army of the horsemen were 200,000, and I heard the number of them, 200, comma, thousand, comma, thousand, 200 million missiles, all right? So this is John on the island of Patmos, man. All right, so therefore he had so like he had seen the number of the army of the horsemen, man. So therefore, hey, this is being written, all right, and here for us to learn, all right. So therefore, we can prepare ourselves for what's to come, man. All right. So therefore, hey, we need to take heed to this, all right, now, all right, and get right with the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. So therefore, you need to be teaching everything wholeheartedly and in truth, all right. And that's why Scripture says now is the time when the true worshipers shall worship in spirit and in truth, all right. Why? Because if you're not teaching, this place is going to be destroyed, man. Hey, shit, it's on the verge of that coming to its flourishing, all right. This place called America, all right. Because this place is going to be utterly destroyed, man, according to Revelation 9 and 16, all right? Well, it's like you're utterly destroyed, all right, by those 200 million missiles, according to Revelation 9 and 16, all right? But all in all, as I was saying earlier, man, before that destruction come, all right, that Mot B has to be pushed. All right, which is, here we go. This is Revelation chapter 13, and I'm gonna start at verse 16. It says, "And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name." So, man, hey, that has to be pushed. That hour of temptation has to be brought upon the whole world, all right, which is going to be the new monetary system, all right. That's why you see everything going digital, all right. That's why you had the whole pandemic, all right, with the C19, where it's being transmitted on the dollar bills. Yeah, saying it was being transmitted on the different dollar bills and whatnot, and also they had coin shortages and whatnot. Like, how do we get a coin shortage if it's in circulation within the whole world, man? So, hey, who's keeping all of it? All right, where is it going? Y'all making wishes with it? So, with that being said, hey, the new monetary system is going to be by way of digital money, man. All right, CBDCs. All right, you had we had trial runs with I can't even think of it right now. Bitcoin, Doge, Ethereum, so forth and so forth, man. All right, now you get the Fed coin, CBDCs, the America, whatever you want to call it, whatever they want to name it, man. But it's coming. So therefore, you have to prepare yourselves for it. All right, and that's by seeking the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua. And just to further back that up, how we know it's going to be the new monetary system. Revelation 16, 13, and 17. It says, "And that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name or the number or the name of the beast or the number of his name," man. So therefore, if you don't have that charagma, you won't be able to make any purchase. You won't be able to sell anything. Why? Because that's going to be the mediator of trade during that time, man. All right, in which we're coming into. All right. So, man, hey, a sound of battle is in the land. Those war drums are getting closer. But there might be that hour of temptation has to come first, man. So, with that being said, Lord willing, this video was edifying. And once again, I want to give all praises to the Father and His only begotten Son, of their proper true names in the Hebrew tongue. Kal, Halayim, La, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Ha, Rakah, Kodash, Ma'amaf. Double honor to the apostle and elders of the great millstone. Also to my elders as well down here in the Lions Den of Yasharala Camp here at 1. Salutations to all the Akim around the four corners of the earth, pushing the truth of sincerity. Keep pushing, man. We're almost out of here. Shalom, DTA.